Yo, 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 come on up in here, fellas. Get up in here, fellas. Ladies, just as well. All those who are up in age and who's ready to accept this game, get up in here. You know what time it is. Get at me in the PayPal. Get at me on the Cash App. Donate to the show. Hit the super chat. Hit the membership button, fellas. Show love to the show. $1, $2, 50 cents. Don't matter. Donate to the show. We up in here on this prime time, you dig? On this good late evening edition, but it's going down. You already know I'm not gonna miss it. I'm not gonna skip a beat, fellas. I'm gonna make it happen. Get at me on Rumble. KC the Red Pill Alpha Debunker on Rumble. KC the Red Pill Alpha Debunker on Rumble. Get at me there, fellas. Get at me on the Patreon just as well, fellas, and get some of that $5 tier, $10 tier, and that $20 tier is get ready to come at you, fellas. So everything is there. That $5 tier and $10 tier is most definitely there, fellas. There's so many videos. I mean, countless videos. There's no way you ain't getting over there getting on that game, fellas. The exclusive things that you cannot get over on YouTube. You dig? If you enjoy the content, please like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content, fellas. Get at me in the bottom of the screen, fellas. You see, railsfargo12 at gmail.com. That's a Gmail. Get at me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at the Real Rails FA1. You dig? That's the X page, the Twitter page. Once again, last but not least, hit the notification bell so you can be alerted on these videos, fellas. We here. We're going to get it popping. We're going to get this shit going. You already know what time it is, fellas. Tricking has a deadly consequence to it, fellas. Tricking has deadly consequences to it. That's why I speak a lot about you guys actually allowing women, and if they don't, fuck it, you know, they can keep pushing. But allowing women to get at you for you instead of them getting at you for what you can do and for what you can do for them and what benefits them. And a lot of you guys, especially you older guys, well, young guys do it too, but I want to speak to a lot of young guys because the older guys, it's like, these dudes, they some of these guys are stuck in their ways. It is what it is with them. You know what I'm saying? This is where they get laid. This is how they get some ass. This is how they get get it going. And they're stabilizing what they do. So they're stubborn with the way they move. But a lot of you young guys, y'all more vulnerable enough to want to learn the game and want to know the truth. So you won't have to grow into tricking. You won't have to grow into putting up what you got just to get some attention from a woman or to get laid. I want you guys to grow with knowing that if she's not on the timing that you're on, which is you, and it's all about you, fellas, and getting at you for you, don't holler at her. Real game, fellas. Go on your and if you out having fun or whatever the case may be, fellas, you might be out, you young, kicking this shitload of women around, and things may not open up for you right then and there. That's cool. That's okay, fellas. Go to your you are probably out traveling. Go to your room. Go to your Airbnb. Go where you at, fellas, and go where you gonna go and chill. Just chill. Or go and switch up the environment. Go around, a different environment, different races of women or whatever the case may be, a different atmosphere, and get on women that way, fellas. Always make yourself suitable and notable, fellas, to women. Don't ever rely on your money. Do not ever rely on your status, your fame, or what you got. Don't do these things, fellas. When you do these things like this, you will end up like this here. Check this out.
Prosecutors have filed charges against two women who investigators say gained access to a dead man's Cash App by cutting off his finger.
Investigators tell us Audrey Miller and Tiffany Taylor Gray viciously attacked the man inside his Northwest D.C. apartment back in April, then cut off the man's thumb, stole his phone, and cleaned up the crime scene. News 4's Paul Wagner walks us through this disturbing case.
In a 49-page affidavit filed in D.C. Superior Court, investigators laid out a gruesome and diabolical scheme. The woman on the left, listed as suspect number 1, police say, is 19-year-old Audrey Miller. The woman on the right, listed as suspect number 2, is 22-year-old Tiffany Taylor Gray. According to the court affidavit, Gray and the victim, Fazil Teklemariam, knew each other. The affidavit says one witness told police the 53-year-old was her sugar daddy.
was her sugar daddy. 53-year-old man was her sugar daddy, and they knew each other. How they know each other ain't no telling, fellas. You know, probably you got massage parlors out here. You got Uber Eats. You got Uber. You got a lot of ways, you know what I'm saying? And then you got women out here, fellas, who strictly date older guys or strictly date guys in general, you know, for their money. They're not fucking around with who you are and your mouthpiece and your charisma, your charm, or whatever the case may be. They no. They're strictly equipped to the bag, and you got your cutthroat, scandalous bitches out here like this, and tricking, fellas. When you rely on making things happen because of the bag you got or the money, you know, whatever the case may be, fellas. Eventually, I believe this. This is what I believe. Eventually, the inevitable will eventually catch up with you when it's gonna happen, fellas. You're gonna end up running across some scandalous motherfuckers. I'm sorry. Eventually, it's gonna happen because it's outside of the norm. It's outside of the organics of what God put here for us, fellas, and that's women for us and men for the women. And when you relying on what you got to get sex or to get some kind of attention, you know, some kind of comfort around a woman, fellas, then you subject to things like this. You open up for the madness. You opening up for someone to come in and take advantage of you because you're sexually vulnerable. And when you're sexually vulnerable, fellas, that's the worst, being sexually vulnerable and being sexually deprived because of your behavior, because who you are, the way you thinking, the low self-esteem you may be suffering from, you know, whatever the case may be, fellas, and you can get hit like this. Shouts out to the homie Pedro, the new era music up in this motherfucker. We're gonna get back to the video, fellas. Let me acknowledge Pedro up in this motherfucker. That's crazy. Cut off his thumb for cash. She on some black market type shit. No, she cut off his thumb so she could take his print and open up his Cash App. That's what she did, fellas. She could take his print and stay active with opening up his Cash App, because your Cash App, after a while, is shut. Once you shut the app, close it out, or whatever you done using it, it's going to lock back up. You got to get back through it, fellas, either using your print or you got to, you know, use your code, or it may be, sometimes, fellas, it may be so used to your phone, or you may save the password in your phone and where it automatically open up when you go through it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got my shit set up, because I be forgetting passwords and thumbprints. My phone may be dirty and you got to clean the bitch up for your thumb and all that. Yeah, that's too much. So I just get straight to it. But you know what I'm saying? He may got it locked up to where, you know, you can't use a code or whatever. He may got it set up to where it's the thumb biometrics. That's what they call it, the thumb biometric or whatever. And they cut it off so they can have access to his paper, man. Scandalous, bro. Cutthroat, but tricking brings this.
In these two photos, police say suspect number 1, Audrey Miller, and Tekla Marion are seen together entering his apartment on April 1st. D.C. police believe Fossil Tekla Mariam had been dead inside his third-floor apartment here on Peabody Street Northwest for about 4 days before his body was discovered. According to a court affidavit filed in the case, he had suffered blunt force trauma to the head, he'd been stabbed, and his right thumb had been cut off. A witness told police that the thumb was used to gain access to a Cash App and to buy liquor and drugs. Included in the court affidavit, investigators attached numerous photos from surveillance.
Liquor and drugs. So she's okay. She at the liquor store, gas stations, grocery stores, and buying things off his Cash App. And she's also going, when they say drugs, she got to be going into these dispensaries buying marijuana. That's you know, this the media, fella. They know damn well you ain't motherfucker, unless you know, exchanging currency that way through the streets with Cash App. I guess they do it that way now, you know, buying, you know, them coke and all, you know, whatever you're doing, pills, whatever they into, you know what I'm saying? But damn, man, this is some cold cutthroat shit right here, fellas. This is fucked up, man. And you see homie you see the video, fellas, homie walking her through the place or whatever. So he got familiarity with the chick. But my thing is this: he's a guy. This is her. They talking about her. Her friend may have came along later, whatever the case may be. But if it's her, you telling me she busted him up like this and did all this by herself? Nah, I think she had some suckers with. I think some suckers came in. Some suckers was hiding somewhere. A couple of simps was hiding somewhere, and they did that shit, man. Wow. Man.
Cameras mounted outside 2 entrances to the building, as well as the foyer and the hallway leading to the victim's apartment. Police say 2 men, one they have identified but not charged, were seen with the 2 women coming and going from the building over several days.
There you go. There you go. Because I mean, she can't. They ain't. This bitch ain't. Fuck no. Ain't. I mean, unless you just some weakling wimp or some shit, you ain't gonna let no bitch overpower you. Not even 2 of them. You ain't gonna let 2 bitches do you. Slang one of them, man. You ain't gonna let 2 of them do it. It had to be guys involved.
Investigators say the suspects used the victim's key fob to get into the building and were seen carrying items out of the apartment. There was also evidence suggesting cleaning agents have been used to conceal or eliminate evidence. Police say they got a couple of breaks in the case. Last year, Teclamariam filed a complaint with D.C. police claiming suspect number 2, Tiffany Taylor Gray, had taken his phone and used it to steal $1,800 from his Cash App.
Hold up. Fellas, we all get a premonition. We all get a gut feeling. We all get that kind of, that tingle in our stomach and, that tingle in our senses or whatever the case may be. We do get that. But it's past that in this situation. You telling me she got you before and you allowed the bitch around you again? Oh, man. Like, this is, may he rest well, and I don't know if this family, whatever, may get a hold of the video, listen to it, man. But sometimes, man, motherfuckers bring shit on themselves. I got to call that out. He brought this on himself. The bitch got you before. You knew what type of chick she was. And you're steady tricking on her, fucking with her, having sex with her. She's not into you sexually. She hates fucking with you, but she loves the paper that you're giving, the beneficial part of it that she's receiving, but she hates fucking with you. She don't like you like that, fellas. She don't like this guy. Like, she never liked him like that, fellas. She's about the paper. That's why she stuck him up. That's why she was stealing his shit and, doing him the way she was doing him before it went this far. The inevitable was going to eventually happen. She was going to eventually go as far as this went. Look how far this went to where this man lost his life behind his paper. But it's all his fault. Why the fuck you got a motherfucker around you like that? And she got you before. See, fellas, a lot of these things can be prevented with a conversation and your charm, your mouthpiece, and things of that sort, and allow her to reciprocate in the same form. And if she's not talking about nothing, fellas, let her go. Don't beg her to, baby, I got you. I'll do this for you. I can change your life. We can do this. Don't do fuck no, man. Then you taking the organics out. You taking her away from liking you for who you are, which she already don't, because she told you she wasn't fucking with you. And you putting in your finances. You replacing your mouthpiece with your finances and what you got and what you can do for her. And you think she gonna turn that down? A little bitch like this? A little ratchet musket bitch like this? Fuck no. She gonna stay on top of that shit. And you enable the situation to where you spoiled a bitch, tricking on her, giving her so much, man, to where she turned around and took your fucking life, man. This is cold. But it's his fault. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all hit the super chat and PayPal and the Cash App, man. You know what I'm saying? Go join me on donate to the show, fella. Go join me on Rumble. KC the Red Pill Alpha Debunk on Rumble and get at me in the Patreon just as well. The homie Phil Jam. Hold up, fella. We're gonna get back to the video. Phil Jam. Let me see. Phil Jam rocking this motherfucker. When you know your worth, you ain't putting that on discount for no bitch. Shit, no. Fuck no. Not for no bitch, nigga. Fuck no. Shouts out to Phil Jericho, man. You know he ain't had to be nowhere but he up in here with us, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Show love to him, fellas. But he came in with what's real, fellas. When you know your worth, you know your value, fellas. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. You're not going to allow anything to happen. You know what I'm saying? You're not, no, man, no. The $1,800 that she took from him, that she got him from the jump, that could have been prevented. Stealing his phone, doing all these things from the jump. Him actually having to fall out with the bitch on some old, you know what I'm saying, on some other shit because she's scandalous or whatever the case may be. Those things could have been prevented. Yet still, his thirstiness, his neediness, his vulnerability allowed this bitch to stay around. And look what happened. The inevitable happened. That's what it is, man. These are things that you...
Break
Man.
number 2 came when investigators learned Tekla Merriam's cell phone last pinged from a tower in College Park, not far from where Gray rented an apartment. A law enforcement source familiar with the investigation says the claim Tekla Merriam was Gray's sugar daddy has so far not been verified. Investigators believe the victim's severed thumb was used to access his phone. To date, investigators have not found the victim's thumb or the electronics stolen from his home. Audrey Miller is locked up in the D.C. jail and is waiting a preliminary hearing. Gray is in custody in Prince George's County, where she was arrested last week. In the district, Paul Wagner, News 4.
News 4 is...
Oh man, that's it. That's it. We're gonna cut that back right there. They're gonna get off into the news, off into their what they gonna do on, we ain't doing that. We speaking strictly on the game, fellas. Tricking, once again, has deadly consequences to it, fellas. A lot of older guys, older, old, 60s, 70s, 80s, 50s, and things of that sort, fellas. A lot of those guys got a problem with this because they made it the norm, and they also made it cool for you young guys. A lot of you young guys to do that shit. Rappers, R&B singers, politicians, corporations, a lot of entities and a lot of people, fellas, made it cool for the youth to think that it's okay to pay a bitch, to be in her presence, to pay a bitch to kick it with her, to pay a bitch to be within her comforts, to pay a bitch and take care of a bitch. And all these things, fellas, has been misconstrued from actually supporting your woman. And guys look at it like you supposed to support women. No. One thing that's being left out in the art that's being lost, fellas, is the deserving part, the worthy part. Is she deserving of it? If the bitch, is she worthy of your finances? Is she worthy of you taking good care of her? If she's worthy of you bringing her to your fold and actually comforting her, with everything that you got and more. Is she worthy of that? Fuck no. Hell no, especially not no bitch nigga that's out here street walking, or bitches is out here OnlyFans is back paging and that. Fuck no, man. There's no evidence of Mr. I forgot his name. He wasn't no sugar daddy. What? You think what you think's going on? Why you think she took advantage of him? He's a simp. I'm sorry. He's a trick. That's why she took advantage of him. Why can't nobody get up close to you, fellas, and take you up out of your finances? And your shit is, secured in Cash App, it's secured in the bank, credit cards, or whatever. Can't nobody get these codes and get these thumbprints and all these things, fellas, unless you allow them in your life to do these things. Unless you enable some things to where, you allow motherfuckers to take it this fucking far and to do you in. It's just like a fucking baby, or a kid that's constantly getting up on the counter, stealing up out of the goddamn cookie jar, whatever the case may be. If that kid ain't being disciplined and told what's right and what's wrong and what not to do, you can fall down and bust your ass. You can fuck your teeth up. You constantly want to get up here and eat sugar and sweets and all. If you're not educating this kid on what's proper, with discipline behind it, because you got to do that with the kid, because they're not gonna listen, fella. What you think they're gonna do? They're gonna take advantage of you. They're gonna stay on you. And they will keep doing that shit, and they not hearing shit. You can't allow no motherfucker. And let's get back to the bitch, fellas. You can't allow no bitch to come in your life and disrespect you like this, fellas, and then you want to put a stop to it. Hey, this is done. This is over with. No, this ain't how. No, fuck no. You allow this shit. You open up doors like this. So this is what it's gonna be. And this is what happened to homie. He opened up doors allowing her to shit on him, take from him, for a little ass here and there. Nigga taking the bitch shopping. She nigga splurging her shit with her friends, other dudes, them simps that went up in there, they blasting her out. They in there hitting a lick with the bitch. They ain't, she ain't hitting them for nothing. No. And the reason why is because you the weakling. When she wasn't fucking with you, when she didn't want to talk to you and not holler at you or whatever the case may be, trust me, fellas, when he came out for her and tried to shoot his shot at her, fellas, She didn't just up and, okay, yeah, I'm feeling you, I'm fucking that. Nah, she turned him down, fellas, unless he came off talking about what he can do for her. Other than that, she shot him down. Now, when you carrying on with the pandering and trying to make something out of nothing, fellas, and you opening yourself up to be had. And this is what happened to him. This is the game, fellas. You know, homie did this to himself. Oh, I'm sorry. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe. You have to PayPal, Super Chat, and Cash App. Show love to the show. Get at me on the Rumble. And Rumble. KC the Red Pill Alpha Debunker Rumble. Let's get that work. Is this a proper way to serve divorce papers, fellas, to your wife? Now, do I think it's a proper way when it comes to cameras and shit of that sort? Yeah, you know, because you got to go to court. You know, it's just, you know, it's becoming illegal. It's becoming, some litigation type shit. That's what it's becoming now. We got to get into court. We got to hire lawyers, attorneys. We got the prosecuting attorney gonna come at me. We got the judge and them. You know, they ready to take me for some shit, right? So let me protect myself. Now, what do y'all think about this?
His wife with divorce papers at work after finding out she's been cheating.
Laptop. That's about it.
I've got some furniture.
I met some friend yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wanna go back?
No, I'm good. I met her. She's really cool. Her name's Sarah Engel.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I met her too.
Yeah. She's been dating Dave Gray for 7 years. What do you think I got? What do you think message I got?
Oh, I'm sure she told you that we were sleeping together. She wasn't gonna-
That's what I heard.
We weren't out sleeping together. We were laying in bed and talking. Fully dressed. Nothing to it. Nothing. 100%.
Okay.
She can.
That bitch said we was laying in the bed talking, fully dressed, nothing to it, nothing else to it. Bitch, you married, man. What you doing laying up in the bed with another dude? Whether you fully dressed or not, bitch, you can have a scuba diver outfit on. Bitch, what the fuck you doing another? You married. What? Come on, man.
I tell you what she wants. We're both unhappy and we were both talking about it. That's all.
I got a message saying that she found you two in bed together.
Yeah, fully dressed, talking.
That's not okay.
Yeah, cool. Like,
I just want you to sign this so I can go on with my life.
well,
And
I'd like to read it properly, so I'm gonna.
There you go.
You should go for a walk.
Yeah, that's what you. I mean, hey, nothing's wrong with. Now, do I think this is a proper way to handle a divorce? You know what I'm saying, and especially in today's time. Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying. I strongly believe that. Now, if she was just a girlfriend or a chick you was smashing, you got the camera in her face and you cheating on me and all that, that's bitch shit. But we're talking vows, fellas. We're talking custody battle. We're talking splitting half of the asset and things of that sort. You know, we talking your livelihood. Yes, you better record that type of shit. You got to. In a situation like, and this is for my married men out here who could be going through this shit. You know what I'm saying? Always record shit like this, fellas, for your own purpose and for, you know, legal purposes only or whatever the case may be. You should have it for your records. You know what I'm saying? And the way he was talking in there to get her to agree that she was laying up with another guy. It's a proper way to handle that, fellas. And, you know, he bought out the chick's name or whatever, and quite sure he got consent from her to let her know, hey, you know, you can let her know I told you this or whatever. Everything's cool. That's a proper way to handle shit, fellas. If you're not going to take it as far as going to the court system with it and see how he gave her papers and shit, fellas, don't have a camera in the bitch's face. Taunting or, you know, trying to make fun of the, you know, fun of the bitch or, you know, getting up under her skin or whatever the case may be. Or it could be for your own jealous reasons or whatever, fellas. Now, when you're dealing with something like this, that's the proper way to handle this situation, you know, and she agreed. Even though she disagreed about laying up in the bed and clothes on, whatever the case may be. How do you think the judge gonna look at it? Bitch, you're married. What you doing laying up in the bed with another guy anyway? You know, these are grounds of you stepping out and cheating. Do I think she cheated? Of course. You know what I'm saying? She could try to downplay it all she wants to, or whatever the case may be, fellas. But, you know, who gives a fuck? That's either here or there. Now, what's here and what's the most suitable way to go about this, fellas, is serve her the papers, record this shit, wash your hands with the bitch and keep pushing. Now, you know, it might touch you. It may, you know, it may hurt you while you're recording. Like, damn, man, this bitch been my wife for 20-some years, man. We did all type of shit. We share shit. What? You just, okay. You know what I'm saying? And it may go that far, fellas. But you got to remember this, man. Your honor got to stay intact as a man. You know? Less feelings and more honor, more realistic things that you got to be into, fellas. Less feelings, more honor, and more realistic things. You know what I'm saying, that you should be focusing on. And what's realistic, fellas, is getting the fuck away from the shit while you got a chance. Leave it while you got a chance, fellas. You know what I'm saying? While your sanity's intact or whatever the case may be, and you know what it is, you already got things set up to where, you know, you ready to kick her off and you kick to the curve and keep on pushing, fellas. Stay on that pathway, fellas. And I applaud dude like this, man. I'm going to keep it real, man, because he didn't come in. It wasn't no dispute, wasn't no argument. He didn't display jealous behavior. He wasn't, you know, he simply got her to admit to what it was. Now file these papers. Here you go. Now sign these motherfuckers. You're on camera. Hey, let me get up out here and go on with my life. This is the best way to handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, especially in today's time, you want the video. You want, you know, evidence that these things are going on. Because if you don't have it, fellas, they gonna side up with the bitch. You look up, she's cheating on you. She already taking all this pipe, and she took half your shit. She's breaking you. You know, she got the kids majority of the time. You can't see them, and they always side up with these bitches in favor, fellas. So handle it like this. Don't show no malice, no anger, no frustration, no don't show none of that. You know, you keep your behavior intact, and it'll work out for you. Hell, it could work out with you without an attorney. It work out great for you without an attorney. You can be your own attorney just with this right here. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. As long as you got shit together, let her go, fellas. Don't stick around no motherfucker who's doing you like that. There's too many women out here that will do you 100%, treat you right, fellas, and will follow you all the way through, fellas. There's too many of them out here. You know, nothing, you know, hey, no one's calling you a simp or sucker and all that shit because the chick that cheated. You know, everybody can cheat, man. You know, you got guys who got their shit on point, fellas. They wouldn't even break a sweat hounding the bitch, and the bitch still step out and cheat on her. Hey, shit, it is what it is. Just never stay around. Don't go for the disrespect. Get the fuck out of there. Fuck them. Real game. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the super chat, the membership button, PayPal. Fuck with me on Rumble. Can't see the red pill out for debunk on Rumble. Get at me on that Patreon. I know what time it is. Damn, Austin. Austin Holloman back. Yeah, he's back at it again, right? I got this video sent to me. I don't know if I think I did this video before or talked about it. I don't know, but this video was sent to me yesterday and shit. And, you know, once again, man, it goes back to what I've always said, fellas. It's best to keep. And Austin Holloman, he's a young guy, man, but he's grown. You know, that's no excuse. I'm not excusing no motherfucker over the age of 21, fellas. When you 20, 19, okay, you may be clumsy in the brain, you know what I'm saying, on little shit. But when you 21 or better, man, you old enough to get a job and to get benefits and things like, you know, things of that sort. And go on with your life, man. Don't be sticking around for no. I see why he be on that passport kick and trying to get away from this motherfucker. This nigga mama running through the mud. Check this out.
I don't give a fuck about what you think. This is my house. I pay the bills here.
Okay, that's fine.
I pay the bills
okay,
here.
That's fine.
I pay the electric.
That's fine.
You don't pay a motherfucking thing here.
Hold on. You
so
don't need to.
You don't like how I roll and you don't like how I move.
I don't give a fuck how you roll. I will get the fuck out of here.
Then get the fuck out, nigga.
You get the fuck out of my face.
You get the fuck out. Who the fuck?
I'm talking to you. You
bitch?
Get on. Shit. I ain't dealing with that shit.
You don't deal with it. Get your motherfucking bitch ass out of here by the morning.
Damn, this guy's mama talking to him. That's cold right here, man. No wonder why he's this way with women. Oh, it starts somewhere, fellas. Now I'm starting to see this. No wonder why he's like this with women. He's, he's getting it at home, man. He's damn. Okay, your mother's talking like this to you, man. That's wow. This is something else, man. And and a lot of young men, fellas, when they got troublesome mothers and mother that's more on the control tip and to get out, and all that shit. You working, you paying half the bills in the house. You grown though, you old enough. But she steady putting you out, steady disrespect, just doing this crazy ass shit, man. Yeah, you're gonna have malice and anger. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be feeling some kind of way towards women. And this is why. This is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? This is why he's got that red pill rage or whatever the case may be, the MGTOW man going their own way, going over the seas to the passport. The bitches in United States ain't shit. They non-compliant. This shit's starting at home with Auston, bro. This is starting at home with Auston, bro. Yeah, facts. What did he say, Pedro? Yeah, he need to leave the motherfucking nest. He's stripping. Let me see. Pedro New Era Music said, damn, LOL. Yeah, that's crazy. He need to get his own shit. Real shit, bro. New Era Music. That's a call to leave the best. To leave the nest. Okay, that's a call to leave the nest. Yeah. Real shit. When you start to get into this type of disputes and arguments and all this ups and downs with your mother, your parents and shit, man, and you 21 or better, man, that's your fucking fault. That's on you, man. That that's her house, man. I'm quite sure she did help raise him or whatever the case may be. And he looks like he's older than 21. Auston probably 25, 26. Fuck is he doing still around his mom's house? He should be in the studio. I don't think he got any children, so he ain't got no responsibility like that. He ain't got nothing that really takes his money and his finances and his time away. He ain't got little babies or nothing. He's a YouTuber. He's got over 100,000 subscribers, I believe. So I'm quite sure he's making some kind of money. The fuck is you still doing in the house with your moms? Get the hell up out of there, little dog. The fuck? Go get you a studio apartment somewhere. Get you one for about 700 or somewhere, a little studio. 800, that's how they are out here, like a little nice studio. Get you got a little gym and little gym, pool room, got the pool and the key fobs, and that's how they making a lot of these places now. So yeah, man, you got to. I'm quite sure you can swing that a month, and you won't have to listen to this shit. You can record YouTube pages. You can record videos, do what you do all night long. You ain't got to worry about moms talking shit, kicking you out. None of that shit, man. 24/7, you can do whatever you want to do. It's your shit. Come on, man. This is crazy, bro. He's too old for this shit. No wonder why he's got malice and anger towards women. It's starting at home. Damn, see, fellas, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's best to let guys record and drop videos or let people just talk. Like, it ain't got to be on the YouTube. It can be just out in society. Let people talk, you know what I'm saying? Have less conversation, have less, be less talkative and allow people to do more talk. You'll start seeing who they are and what they're about, man, and what's going on in their lives by them, by the way they talk and whatever the case may be. And, he's been recording shitting on women and they ain't shit. And let's go to get your passport, bro. He's been encouraging a lot of you guys to fly overseas and shit. But y'all ain't even knowing this is why he's doing this. His problem started at home with his fucking mother. The motherfucker, the chick that got knocked up and had, she conceived this guy. And if she's talking to you like this and you getting treated like this and being disrespected like this, fellas, and it's normal for other bitches to talk to him and disrespect him. That's why, he's going around angry and mad. Damn, all these bitches are like this? No, bro. It's you. You allow your moms to do this shit. You got to stop that shit. You got to get on and leave. Get out. Leave the house. Leave the nest. It's you, Auston. You're grown now. Now if you was a kid, yes, your mom, she's fucked up. She's crazy, whatever. Okay, but you grown, man. Bitch probably want to walk in. Like, no, I ain't gonna say all mom, bitch. I mean, she's mom probably my age, probably a little bit older. Shit, where's she at? What it do? She probably want to walk around butt naked. Who want butt ass naked in the house? You know what I'm saying? She probably want to, want her home. Want her that player partner to come on over and have his shit swinging too. They ass naked making it happen, but they can't do that. Every time they go and get it in and Ray leave the room. Austin in the other room talking shit on YouTube. They like, oh, fuck, this nigga here. Fuck. Baby, when he gonna move out? Man, look, fuck that shit. Call me back over here, man, when he leave, man. To get him up out of this motherfucker. Because I'm not ready because, no, man, what's up with you? What? If you're not a little kid, man, you ain't 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, you got underage, 18 and shit. That's cool, 21, 22 and shit like that, man. Get your ass out, man. The fuck? Man, it's sad.
Get the fuck out. Me and Major don't have to deal with you.
See, now I have control over my own attitude, but I'm not gonna lie to you. If that would have been a girl, I probably would have punched that bitch.
This nigga said if that was a girl, I probably would have punched him. Hey, come on. We don't advocate violence on here, fellas, and we already know he's not really meaning that towards his mama. She is a girl. She still is a woman. You know what I'm saying? He talking about if this was a girl, but it's still a woman, but I don't think he'd go that far. I would hope not. You know what I'm saying? But this right here, not only that, fellas, this right here displays what type of guy he is and his behavior. You know what I'm saying? He's telling you, you know what I'm saying? If I get off the hinges, nigga, he'll put hands and feet on the chick, nigga. Come on, man. This is crazy, bro. Let me see. What you say, Pedro? He's hopeless at this point. Yeah, he's hopeless. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know it, Pedro. Look at it. You know what I'm saying, man? If this was a regular person, I'd probably punch her. Man, stop, man. But at the same time, hey, shit, you probably would, shit. You get tired. It starts at home, man. You get tired of his mama talking like this and being like this towards you, man. And then you look up, you getting out here trying to holler at bitches and they laughing at you or they saying crazy things to you and you getting in a little disagreement and argument with bitches, like the videos I've been posting, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. This is why it happens. It's normalized in his life because he argues with his mother. He got ups and downs with his mother. You know what I'm saying? This is why he's having ups and downs and beefs with bitches. This is crazy. Phil Jam Rock. Let me see. Get off the tit, young man. Fat. Yeah, get that motherfucking, get some of that, get that milk out your mouth. They can get up out here and they can put some reality tits in your mouth and get out and get on some bitches, man. He need to leave that damn house, man. That's what he need to do. He just need to leave that house. You know what I'm saying? He's young, and I don't know how young he is, but he need to leave that motherfucking house, man, and get his own. You know what I'm saying? Because moms, dad, grandmother, every motherfucker, they taking care of you fellas. You allow a grown motherfucker to take care of you and you're a grown motherfucker, then you can't get mad when they talk bad to you and tell you ain't shit, and then bitch, you get up and go make me a cup of motherfucking juice or whatever the case may be. You can't get mad they talk to you like this. Especially a man let alone another man to take care of him. I mean, that's even worse. But you can't get mad, fellas, when you are a fucking adult. You're 21 and better. You're out of school. You're out of college, whatever the case may be. You're old enough to seek employment. You're old enough to fill out applications for an apartment. You're old enough to fill out applications for a fucking vehicle if you're going to pay off the note, a vehicle, whatever. You're old enough to get your bank account, your LLC. You're old enough to do all these things, man. But you on YouTube allow your moms to talk to you like this. This is crazy, man. I don't feel for no guy like this because he's 21 and older, fellas. He need to get his shit together. Where's his fucking father? That's crazy. He ain't got no fucking game. He ain't living no life. He ain't living a life. He's still in home with his moms. So he's not living. You don't know how it is to get out like his mom. I'm paying all the bills. Austin probably ain't never had a bill in his name but his cell phone. Ain't no telling. But you on here mad at women. Man, get your shit together, little dog. The fuck? He mad at bitches and the bitches he mad at probably got their own play. They ain't getting kicked out. Shit, they ain't getting talked to like this by their parents. But you mad at them though. Get your shit, man. It's sad, man. It's crazy. Shouts out to Phil Jam Rock, man. Shouts out to Pedro. And everybody else that came up in here and fuck with me, man. The skid by didn't say nothing, you know what I'm saying? But y'all fuck with me though. We see Phil Jamrock, broke rich energy. Minister Jab said that. Hey, broke rich energy. Yeah, you know they broke rich. If you got a broke rich energy, you already know that's that rainbow situation. Uh-huh. Part of the Skittles community. That's why it's rich broke. You know what I'm saying? Damn, he couldn't Minister Jab call Austin the broke rich. Whoa, I ain't been on Jap page in a minute, so I'm about to go over there and check him out. Shouts out to Minister Jap, man. Shouts out to him, man. I've been over here grinding, doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? But shouts out to him. Yeah, Austin probably got that. Ain't no telling. Probably got a little sugar heading off in him somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Probably got a little sugar down in his toes or something. It's heading off somewhere, ain't he? You know, shouts out to Phil Jamco. Shouts out to Pedro for the $4.99 super chat. What'd he say? How do you see the generation 27 plus still living with their parents and still figuring life out still? That's what's going on now, Pedro. It's sad. It's totally sad. That's what's going on now. You know, when I was coming up, fella, when I'm 42, I'll be 43 in November. So when I was coming up, when we were 17, 16, 17, we couldn't wait till we turned 18 so we can fill out some paperwork, get our own little apartment, you know what I'm saying? We probably had a job, or, you know, me, I was out hustling, but, you know, those of my age, they had a job, and, you know, they was eager to leave their parents' house, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's because we're 80s babies or whatever, and a lot of the 90s and 2000 babies lacking that, or what, I don't know what it is, but we were eager to get out of our parents' house. But you still got youngsters now in this era, you know, that's eager to get theirs. I got a little cousin, you know what I'm saying? He 18, he's 18, and he just moved out of his mom's house at 18, dog. 19, one of them. He got him a little job and shit, and got his own little spot and shit, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. He just moved out of his mama's shit. He's a go-getter, you know, but I haven't seen too many of them like that now, you know what I'm saying? Pedro and everybody else is listening, you know what I'm saying? The guys now, you know, the young women the same way. The youngsters now, bro, they more so, it's like they're scared to put their foot forward. It's like they're scared to move forward. It's like they're afraid. It's like it's the unknown or the abyss or some shit out there for them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's, you know, like it's like the unknown or something for them. You know what I'm saying? To go forward and to get out there, you know. And a lot of times, fellas, it's the parents, you know what I'm saying, that and a lot of parents around my age, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of those parents, you know, we come from the era to where we come out of the 80s. We come from that crack era to where a lot of our parents and shit, not mine, but I've seen homies and friends like that. I've even got family members whose parents was on that shit back in the days, man. And when you see these things, man, at the, you know, coming from that fucked up 80s era or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They vow to keep their kids close. They vow to take good care of their kids because they was lacking that with their parents, you know what I'm saying? Parents on drugs or whatever. So they vow to, you know, it's a lot. I mean, they vow to be more close to their kids and pamper them and spoil them. And that spares the rod, you know, and that's what the Bible teaches, and all the, you know, the Quran, the Quran Gospel, a lot of these big the Moorish Science Temple, Holy Set, the Holy Moorish, the Moorish Times Temple or the Holy Seven. All those books, fellas, they teach that if you spare the child, you'll spoil the rod. You spoil the child, you spare the rod, you'll spoil the child, which means that if you don't discipline them, that's sparing the rod. Eventually, you're gonna spoil the child, and that's why they're like this. You know what I'm saying? They ain't, you know, they haven't been educated to move forward, to get a job, to be on their own, and things of that sort. You know, the parents now, and I see it with the parents nowadays. You know what I'm saying? The parents, the ones that's my age or whatever, they enable the shit out their motherfucking children. That's why they're scared to move forward. You know what I'm saying? And they're scared to actually make things happen and go on with life. You know, fellas, I'm the type of person, fellas. Let me keep it real with y'all, man. I ain't got to see my mama I ain't got to see my moms, my father. I ain't got to see them for 10, 20 motherfucking years. I'm still gonna make shit happen. I love them. I miss them, of course. But as a man, I got to make things happen. I got to stand on my own. I got children, and my children will be having children eventually, you know. So I got to have my own nest, and I got to operate and control mine. You know what I'm saying? And these things come from, you know what I'm saying, my masculinity, wanting to know more, wanting to do more, wanting to receive more out of life, and wanting to actually educate more. You know what I'm saying? And with that mentality, fellas, you can't be up under your parents. You can't be up under your mother, your guardians. You can't be, nah, man. You got to get out here and make things happen yourself. And that's what's lacking. That's what's missing with a lot of the youngsters these days, fellas. They are so scared to push forward, and they rely on their parents. They rely on their parents so much, fellas. They beef with their fucking parents, argue with their parents. In some cases, they'll fight with their parents. You know what I'm saying? It's they steal from their parents. It's all type of crazy shit out here. And you know, look at the crazy shit that's going on right now. We had a dude a couple years ago deleted his own mother for some insurance money because he was scared to go forward because she was cutting him off and putting him out of the house. This motherfucker was 24, 25, a man. And he deleted his own moms for the insurance money. Went on the camera flashing like he's a hustler, like he a rapper and all, and got caught up, went to the feds or went to jail. I don't know if y'all remember that case. I forgot the dude now. I believe he was out of Chicago, Milwaukee. He was somewhere around the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? And he did that shit. And you know, that right there goes to show you how they are, man. You know, it's crazy. It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Pedro, parents nowadays want to be friends with their kids. Honestly, yeah, you know, I mean, you can throw that in. You can say that. You know what I'm saying? But being friends with them, I know parents is like that. You know what I'm saying? That they go out and kick it with their daughters. Dudes go out and kick it with their sons, smoke weed, drink, and all that. But you know, the kids are grown, of course, 21 or older. But they, you know, like they're their friend or whatever. But that's a little different from spoiling them. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, from actually spoiling those kids and enabling them. You know, that's kind of different. You know, they get older and you become their friend, or you could have been their friend, actively with their friend when they was kids or whatever the case may be. But you always taught them hardship. You always taught them to work. You always taught them the work ethics and how to gain and how to get things for themselves, you know, despite the fact that you may kick it with them. I'm talking about motherfucking parents out here that strictly spoiled their fucking children to where things like that is happening, to where Austin Holloman can't even, the motherfucker scared to move out of his house. He got to argue and fight with his moms and things of that sort. That's parents like that. You know what I'm saying? Who actually spoiled them children to where this is a fucking man sitting in his mom's house on YouTube with the camera in his face. This motherfucker got a beard and everything, man. I said, what? He should be in his own shit, wouldn't you think? Come on, young man. What the fuck y'all up to? Y'all got to do better, man. Yeah, you know, this is crazy. It's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? But shouts out to Pedro and Phil Jamco, everybody else that came up in here, man. And once again, shouts out to Pedro for the $4.99 super chat. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for the support, bro. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Get at me on Rumble. Casey the Red Pill Alpha Debunk on Rumble. Get at me on Patreon, fellas. And do not be like Austin. Don't be like this. You young men, all you young men out here. I'm not going to tell you to go join the Navy, Army, military, and things of that. So I don't really want to tell you that because, I mean, I got my own beliefs when it comes to things like that, fella. I believe you should serve the purpose of you. Fuck everything else, you know what I'm saying? That's just my beliefs. You know what I'm saying? But what you got to do when you turn a certain age, fella, especially when you're 6, those 16 and 15 shouldn't be listening to me. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be with you. No telling they badass probably on that motherfucker, though. It is what it is. But those who 18 and 21, 19, 20 fellas, get you a motherfucking job. Save you some money. Get you a little part-time, get you a full-time job and you young. Get you a little full-time job and get you a little part-time job 3 or 4 hours on the side somewhere else, fellas, for some kicking it money. You know what I'm saying? You know, you want to have you some money to go out and kick it. You know what I'm saying? Go look, you know, get you some shoes or whatever the case may be. That's cool. But then that main money coming in, fellas, is to be saved. Save that motherfucking money. All you need is really like, shit, 5-6 months of saving and shit. You up out your money. You out 4 months at the least if you grind it right. You up out your motherfucking parents' house. and you at the age where you know you good, you got income coming in, you working a full-time and a part-time, so you know you got the income, so there's no, you know, your credit shouldn't be bad, right? Unless you got a mom out there burning your name up, getting lights and gas in your name while you was 2 years old and one and shit. You know how these bitches be doing this shit. But if other than that, fellas, your credit and your name good, move on with life. There you go. You know, go to these little car lots, and if you don't like to make payments on cars, fellas, then you know you got to do a little bit more saving. Get you a little 4 or 5 months of saving under your belt and go out and purchase you one. You know what I'm saying? Everything should be good for you from starters, fellas, within a year, probably under a year, if you're doing it right. Think about it. You wouldn't be going through this, arguing with your mom, doing all that. Yeah, come on now. It's crazy. But about to get up out of this motherfucker, fellas. Once again, fellas, y'all see the banner at the bottom of the screen. Get at me in the Gmail. Go get at me on X, formerly known as Twitter. And when you hit the description below my about section on my main page, my phone number's there. Text me first, fellas, before we get everything else going. Text first. I'm about this bitch. One love. And until next time, I salute. Holla.